A small, windowless control room. Screens flicker. It's 2 a.m. on a remote U.S. Air Force base. The youngest drone operator on the overnight shift call sign, Pixie, sits alone, eyes scanning grids of grainy infrared. She's a rookie, dismissed by her team as just a gamer with a joystick. But as she leans in, a pattern no one else noticed sets off alarm bells in her mind. No one could have predicted what would happen next. Before we dive into this incredible story of how one rookie's gaming instincts saved thousands of lives, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Trust me, you're going to want to hear how this plays out. So let's talk about Emma Torres, call sign Pixie. She's 24, fresh out of training, and honestly, her colleagues think she's just a kid with good reflexes and too much time spent playing video games. She's sitting in this windowless control room at 2 a.m., staring at screens that show grainy infrared footage from a drone flying 7,000 miles away. It's routine reconnaissance work, the kind of shift where nothing ever happens, and everyone knows it. The veterans on her team barely acknowledge her existence. Most of them trust the computer algorithms more than they trust the new kid. And Emma? She's desperately trying to prove herself, but nobody's giving her the chance. Tonight, she's running surveillance over some nondescript border region. The chatter in the control room is low, tension practically non-existent. It's supposed to be just another boring night shift. But Emma's about to prove that boring nights can change everything. She's scanning the screens when something catches her eye. A pair of headlights in a forbidden zone somewhere no vehicle should be, ever. The system immediately flags it as animal activity and moves on to the next grid. But Emma can't let it go. Something about the movement pattern doesn't sit right with her. Maybe it's all those hours playing strategy games, maybe it's intuition, but her gut is telling her this isn't just a technical glitch. She reports it to her supervisor, who barely glances over. "The system's smarter than us, kid. Run the check, then go back to your scan." The veteran operator next to her actually snickers, like audibly laughs at her. But Emma's gaming-trained instincts are screaming at her. She starts tracing the movement manually, using camera controls that most operators never touch. She follows this hunch as the vehicle disappears under an overpass. Here's the thing that's making her heart race. This vehicle is heading toward a major city. And if she's wrong about this, she's going to look like a complete fool. Emma makes a decision that could end her career before it even starts. She breaks protocol and reroutes her drone for a closer look. The system immediately tries to override her controls. Priority mission in progress. It keeps flashing. But Emma learned a few tricks during flight sim training, and she hacks the override. The drone drops lower, and what she sees makes her blood run cold. Several armed men are loading what looks like barrels into a delivery van. No insignia, faces hidden, movements coordinated and professional. She radios the control room, her voice tight with fear. "I think this is real. I think they're about to hit a civilian target." And you know what happens? Nothing. Her comms go dead. A senior operator has deliberately cut her off because he thinks she's overreacting. Can you imagine? She's potentially watching a terrorist attack unfold in real time, and nobody will listen to her. Emma's desperate now. She pings an old mentor in cybersecurity for backup. Thank God he takes her seriously. He checks her feed and immediately recognizes the danger. He triggers a silent alert to the city's counter-terrorism unit. But here's the problem. They're minutes away, and the van is already moving. It's merging with city traffic, heading straight for populated areas. Emma has one chance left. The drone has a rarely used active deterrent system. It's risky as hell, could expose her position, damage expensive equipment, and definitely cost her job if she's wrong. She's hovering over the van as it merges with morning traffic, her finger trembling over the trigger. This is it. This is the moment that defines whether she's a hero or just another rookie who screwed up. Emma pulls the trigger. The drone drops a warning flare directly in front of the van, forcing it to a screeching halt. Armed men pour out, panicking, scattering in all directions. But here's the beautiful part. Local police and counter-terror teams, now on high alert, thanks to Emma's mentor, are already descending on the scene. They've got the area surrounded within minutes. Inside the van, they find a massive IED and evidence of a coordinated terror attack that was planned for rush hour. Rush hour, when thousands of people would have been in the target zone. Emma saved them all. Back in the control room, Emma watches the sunrise through the windowless bunker's CCTV feed. She's still the youngest operator on the team, but nobody's laughing now. She logs in for her next shift, and something's different. Her hands are steadier, her mind sharper. She's got that quiet confidence that comes from knowing you've been tested and didn't break. And 7,000 miles away, a city wakes up to a day that could have ended very differently. Thousands of people going about their morning routines, grabbing coffee, heading to work, completely unaware that their lives were saved by a 24-year-old rookie who refused to ignore her instincts. Here's what really gets me about this story. Emma was dismissed as just a gamer with a joystick. But those gaming skills, the pattern recognition, the ability to think 3 steps ahead, the comfort with complex systems, those weren't weaknesses. They were her superpowers. The veterans trusted the algorithm. They trusted the system. They trusted experience. But Emma trusted her gut. And sometimes that's what makes all the difference. She proved that fresh eyes can see things that experienced ones miss. That questioning the system isn't always insubordination. Sometimes it's exactly what the system needs. Most importantly, she proved that heroes don't always look like what we expect. Sometimes they're young, sometimes they're new, sometimes they're the ones everyone underestimates. The military learned something that day too. They realized that their most advanced technology is only as good as the people operating it. And sometimes the best operators are the ones who think differently, who don't just follow protocol, who aren't afraid to trust their instincts when everything else says they're wrong. Emma Torres went from being just the new kid to being the operator who saved a city. And somewhere out there, thousands of people are living their lives because one rookie decided to trust her gut over the computer screen. Emma's story reminds us that heroes come in all shapes and sizes, and sometimes they're the ones we least expect. The next time someone dismisses the new kid or the gamer, remember Pixie and her split-second decision that changed everything. If this story inspired you, smash that like button and let me know in the comments, have you ever had to trust your instincts when everyone else thought you were wrong? And don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories of everyday heroes who changed the world.